You alright, viewers? How we doing? You all on a good day? Yeah? I'm glad. I'm not, because I've got some bad news. I've let you down. I can only apologise to you lot that unfortunately we've lost our unbeaten record. So I know it's a sad moment in the series. Hopefully I'll be able to make up to you by beating Forest Green today, where honestly it's difficult. It's difficult. I thought we could go unbeaten and potentially draw the most amount of games in League One, but yeah, it's not to be. So yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 20 of the Sunderland Till I Die series here on Football Manager 2021. And of course, like every episode, we always do this. If you do enjoy today's episode or any of my previous content I've released on this channel, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification bell. It really, really does help, and I really do appreciate it. And of course, if you want to go that extra bit further, why not leave a comment telling me what you think of the series, any tips, tricks, anything you've got that could potentially help me. Speaking of which, I've got something to show you. A lot of you might already know about this, but I didn't. And going into January, it's a massive help. It's a massive bloody help. Okay, so some of you might actually know about this. I only learned about this yesterday, and going into the month of January, where the transfer window opens, this is going to be extraordinarily useful for me to find some players that perhaps I wouldn't be able to see without doing this. And hopefully it'll be able to help some of you that didn't know about this feature as well. So if it did, put it in the comment section below. Let me know if it did help you, and let me know if you got any players from it as well. And that is that you can add your transfer budget to your scouting budget. I didn't have a clue. So as you can see, we currently have 875k in our transfer budget. We can add that to our scouting budget, and depending on what recruitment package you have, you can get a much better package. Don't make the joke. That's inappropriate. Don't take that out of context. But yeah, as you can see, we currently have no package, but with the scouting budget that we have, we can potentially now get the best recruitment package possible, which is the world one, which means we're going to be able to see all the players in the world, obviously. So I'm not going to click it because it'll drain my budget pretty quickly. But going into January, I'm going to use that, and hopefully we'll be able to get a few players, a few cheap players with unbelievable quality that we can entice into the club. We can put a 3-year optical contract extension into the contract without them knowing, lock them in for 8 years, and then when they annoy me, they can go into the under-18s for the rest of their 8-year career with Sunderland and rot away their footballing ability forever. And I'm a really horrible manager now that I've come to think of it. They shouldn't get on my bad side, really. They shouldn't get on my bad side. They've seen Angry Alex. They've seen Peaky Alex. This is the man they're terrified about. Peaky Alex. Peaky Blinders. Peaky Alex. You know what I mean. They don't want to mess with me. They don't want to mess with me because I can cause all sorts of mischief in this Sunderland squad. I can, throw eggs at their houses. I can, put horrible stuff in their shoes. I can cause all sorts of mischief with Peaky Alex, and they don't want that. So how have we been getting on since episode 19, the last episode where we did draw at home to Lincoln, a 1-1 disappointing draw? Since then, we've only played 3 games. 1 draw, 1 win, and 1 loss. And of course, the most disappointing thing about the games that you have missed is that we did lose our first game in God knows how long. I'm going to say, 3 months since, in the league. Wow, it was our second game in the league against Barnsley. We have gone on one hell of an unbeaten run. Unfortunately, it had to come to an end against Swindon. They like to ruin fun, Swindon, don't they? They just enjoy to make people unhappy, and they made me unhappy. So I hope they're proud of themselves. But yeah, thankfully we are back in the playoffs. Even though we haven't had a great 3 games, we are back into the playoff positions. And although there are 3 teams currently on 40 points, there is a 2-point difference from 3rd to 8th. So this game could potentially determine whether or not we go all the way up to 3rd or we drop down to 8th. That's going to be fun. Obviously, results need to go not in our favour or in our favour for that to happen. But we don't want to rely on other teams. We want to rely on ourselves. And hopefully today's game against Forest Green, we can get ourselves a comfortable victory. Of course, they're on 14th. So it's a game that you're expecting us to win. But this season has been very much a season of games you're expected to win, you draw. So, but yeah, kick-starting the game since you were last here was a 1-1 away draw against Wimbledon. Kick-starting the games that you missed was against Wimbledon, where it was a very 50-50 game away from home. Of course, Wimbledon, I feel like, are a relatively good side in this division. They're 8th, so they are a pretty difficult side to go against, especially away from home. And we were able to put up a really good fight against these that arguably were probably the better team. We did initially take the lead 10 minutes after half-time, courtesy of Josh Scowen. They did, unfortunately, pin us back a few minutes after through Rudoni. I feel like he's a centre-back. Is he a centre-back? He's not. He's an attacking midfielder. But as you can see from the statistics, it's a very even game. Arguably, there probably should have been a few more goals, but by the expected goals, it was perfect. There were some great chances for either side. Unfortunately, our attacking players, other than Woodburn, weren't able to get a positive influence on the game, and unfortunately weren't able to take our chances. But a point, although annoyingly it's another draw, a point is a point, and away from home against Wimbledon, we will take it. And, if we keep garnering points after points after points, they will eventually stack up, and it'll keep us in the race for the playoffs, right? And imagine some of these draws that we had were losses. We'd be miles behind. But then the next game was a 2-0 win at home against Walsall. Walsall, a bang mid-table, very similar to Wimbledon, except this time we were at our home ground, the Stadium of Light, where we were able to get ourselves a 2-0 victory, courtesy of Embleton and Woodburn, and completely different to the last game. We absolutely dominated from start to finish. As you can see from the expected goals graph, like, it's literally going up. It's bigger than Mount Everest, that expected goals. Our attacking play was fantastic. Woodburn, Embleton, Jones, Pellegrini getting all positive ratings. Midfield struggling a little bit with Dobson and Scowen. Defenders and goalkeepers having a relatively good game as well. So a deserved victory kept us within that playoff sort of space, and a very comfortable 2-0 win against Walsall. And then the most disappointing result was a 2-1 loss against Swindon away from home. And I feel like this guy used to be with us. He did. Right, well, Jack Diamond, we let him go. And he scored against us to give us the loss. I mean, if that's not karma, or if that is revenge, you know what? He deserves a round of applause there, Jack Diamond. Well done. You've upset me after I told you to leave the club in a much more aggressive way. But I mean, I don't know what to say about this game. Like, we were the better side. Pellegrini managed to get himself on the score sheet, but unfortunately, Jack Diamond and Richards were able to get themselves on the score sheet. All goals being scored in the first half. So plenty of action in the first half, not so much in the second. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get ourselves back into the game, despite the fact you're probably saying we deserve to get something out of this game. But unfortunately, the dream had to end where we could go for the longest unbeaten draw record ever. Swindon broke hearts. Swindon broke my heart. Broke all the fans' hearts. And I hope they're proud of themselves. But yeah, going into today's game against Forest Green, as I always like to do, make sure you put your predictions in the comment section below. Let me know what you think the score will be. Think I'll win? Think I'll lose? Think I'll draw? And I'm expecting a win. I'm expecting a 3 or 4-0 win, if I'm honest with you viewers. I've just realised Forest Green Stadium is Innocent New Lawn. Is that actually their stadium name? Because if it is, I can only respect it. I'm assuming it probably is. Innocent New Lawn. I mean, what if it's a guilty new lawn? What if it starts growing weeds? Does it then turn into a guilty new lawn? What if it's 20 years old and it's guilty? Do they then rename it to Guilty Old Lawn? There's so many ways that name could go wrong. If there's any Forest Green fans watching this, how do you feel about your stadium? I'm assuming you probably like it, but it's a very interesting, unique name, but also a very strange one at the same time. You can only respect it, let's be honest. Okay, so going into the game against Forest Green today, this is going to be your lineup. It's going to be Burge in goal, Vokins, Dunn, Hughes and Sanderson as your back four, Power, Dobson, Pritchard, Embleton, Jones and Woodburn. Now, you're probably wondering, where's Pellegrini? Well, Pellegrini's struggling a little bit. He's been injured for quite a while, only a few weeks, I think it was. Was it a few weeks? What's he currently recovering from? A twisted knee, so it's about 2 or 3 weeks, I thought it was. So I decided to bring in another player that's injured in Ben Woodburn. I mean, I would bring in Will Griggs, but he's unregistered. So Will Griggs could be having a party. Unfortunately, he's not registered to the party. So unfortunately for him, he can't attend. But yeah, this is going to be the lineup as what is very similar to what we've been playing throughout the year. And probably for most of the year, as long as we don't have any serious injuries. The issue is that we're absolutely shattered. We are so bloody tired. We've had so many games in December. I mean, how many games do we have left? We have 6 games left in a 16-day period. What? No, 14 days. Jesus Christ. Right. We're going to be absolutely exhausted. They're not going to have Christmas. I'm sorry, boys, but Santa ain't visiting you. Right. Here we go, boys. Let's get into the game. A game that I expect us to win fairly comfortably, if I'm honest with you. I'll be very disappointed if we don't win this by at least 2 or 3 goals. Obviously, a good game to get our morale up as well. After a demoralising loss in the last game. And hopefully some of the big boys, the likes of Embleton, obviously he's back in the side as well. Embleton's back in the side. Jordan Jones and Pritchard, hopefully they can create something alongside Ben Woodburn, who I don't know if the loans finish in January. I need to take a look at that because that could be a massive problem. But let's get into the game, boys. Here we go. 3-0, please. Yes, good. 10 minutes gone and we are definitely having the better of the game. Unfortunately, there is no chances to be seen. I mean, are we going to have another highlightless first half? I feel like we never have highlights in the first half, and then the second half, we just burst into life like a party balloon. Like, oh, here we go. Here we go. It's David Beckham. Bend it like... Who's taking it? Bend it like Jones. Not even Jones. Bend it like Pritchard. Here we go. It's going to be a goal. Right, that's not ideal, viewers. Well, it was a good chance. Right, highlights galore. That burger van's not getting many. There's not even someone behind the bloody burger tent thing. Right, let's not concede here now. Wagstaff. What the have I just seen? Right, it's fine. It's fine. Goalkeepers do that. You know what we call that? Confidence. You know, he's been like, no, I don't need to save it traditionally. I'm going to go all eccentricity. I'm panicked, viewers. I'm panicked. Right, we are going into half time. Disappointing game so far. Wait, first halves are always so boring. Right, I was going to say Spanish. He's the Scottish. The Scottish legend is going to come into the pitch now. He's going to work his magic. He scored quite a few goals, Fraser McKenna. I'd like him to score another one here because I have a lot of faith in him. I think I'm looking forward to seeing how he progresses. And I've just realised, because we're obviously drawing, we do go up above Wickham here. And thankfully, other teams around us aren't winning. Wimbledon do have a game in hand. So if they do win that, they will go above us. And I'm realising we are not doing much, which is a bit of a problem. Right, I think we're going to have to change things around. Gooch, come on for Jordan Jones. And Maguire on for Embleton. Very disappointing display from the attacking side of things, as this could potentially be a chance. Unfortunately, it's headed away. Brewitt absolutely smashes it towards Sanderson. Thankfully, he gets to it. Burge, who I don't have a lot of confidence in right now. I think this is a chance. I'm not too sure. Embleton, it's not. It's not. It's one of them typical, there's a substitute about to be happen, let's give him false hope sort of chances. Right. 17 minutes to go. Can we create one last final opportunity? I'm going to try and encourage the boys, and we are going to go a little bit more attacking. We'll change to that. Let's see what that does. I have many tactics. I was going into the vault. You don't know about the vault, but I was going into the vault. Here we go. Here we go. You ready for this? It's going to be fantastic. Wagstaff. What? Wagstaff? Is he from Newcastle? I feel like it. No. I mean, Burge, you're a good goalkeeper, mate. You're a good goalkeeper. Right. Is this going to be how many draws have I had on video? Like, what is going on? Can I make any subs? I've used all 3 subs. You only get 3 subs, Alex, so that's probably why, mate, you idiot. Right. 3 minutes. Right, what is going on? Right, I'm going to get another bloody draw here. For God's sake. Right. Max Power, Shadow Striker. Power your way through to the opposition box. I'll see. Right, carry on. Honestly, what do I need to do to score a goal? You're all going to start thinking that I want to draw. I don't. I really don't want to draw. I'm sick of drawing. I'm sick of draws. It's not. I haven't got a draw anywhere here. Oh, I've got a draw next to me. Honestly, I'm having nightmares about them. Thankfully, we stay in the playoffs. That's a good thing. As in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, where we'll never be anytime soon. Man City win. Right. The innocent new lawn. Right. My OCD is going wild here. Why have they not got a capital I there? Oh, that's going to annoy me so much. Why? Why would you not have a capital I? And oh, that's really annoying. Innocent new lawn. It's literally a guilty old lawn at this point. For sake, right. Oh, that's gonna. I can't look at that. That's gonna do my head in. Apparently, Ian Holloway was it Innocent New Lawn? Ian Holloway. What a throwback! I mean, he's had quite the career, hasn't he? QPR, Leicester, Blackpool, Bristol Rovers. His lovely ginger head. We all loved it. Right. Anyway, moving on. Where do we want to come back to? I'm going to come back to. I feel like we need to have a bit of a break, viewers, because we've got January coming up, and I want to get through some games. I want to get some signings in. So we're going to come back for the Coventry game. That's right, viewers. We're going to come back for the Coventry game away from home. So in between them, we're going to have the Papa John's Trophy Northern section against Burton, 4 league games, and then we're going to have the FA Cup third round against Luton as well. So a lot of games to get through. However, allow me to get into January, allow me to sort of try and find some players as well, and we'll be able to update each other when we come back next. So, of course, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. I really do appreciate it. Remember to hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so alerted when videos are out. Take care of yourself. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll see you in episode 21. Goodbye.